So I am on the coach, getting ready to go. First person on, heading to Whitley Bay. It's only 10 to 9 by the looks of it. I think it's about 2 hours 10 minutes to get there. So yeah, can't wait. It is really, really windy. Hi and welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, my name's Emma. I am a jewellery maker and reseller, and I also sell other vintage items as well. I've got a shop on Etsy and an eBay store as well. And I like to share all the things that I have found, all the treasures and bits and bobs. Today I'm going to run through the things that I got on the Whitley Bay trip, which was a lovely trip. It's with a local coach company that are based in Barnsley, Yorkshire Rose Holidays. They do day trips and then they do holidays as well. So they pick up from my hometown. We set off, I think it was 8:30, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock pickup. It was 8:30, but they moved it to 9 o'clock. And it was really big coach, and there were only 11 of us that got on. So yeah, not many at all. Usually, I think the coach usually sits about 50, 55 people. And there were two other coaches as well going on the same day, where those two coaches were full. So yeah, so it was me, three others that got on at my stop, and then the rest got on at the next stop. It took just over 2 hours, so about 2 hours 15 minutes to get to Whitley Bay, which is up north from here. And the weather wasn't too bad. Wasn't expecting it to be, you know, bright and sunshiny, but it had forecast a little bit of rain, so I took my umbrella, and we did get a little bit, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But it was windy, really, really windy, so I didn't film as much as I would have liked to, because whenever I was walking down with my phone, you couldn't hear anything because of the wind. It was just howling. I went down to the beachfront, which I'll put a little clip in of that, and I literally struggled to eat my sandwich because the wind was that strong that my hair was in my face and the seagulls were flying down, and yeah, it was a bit of a struggle. And then, if I'm honest, I forgot. I got into the charity shops, got digging, got searching, and just completely forgot to get my phone out and film everything. So apologies for lack of footage. But yeah, I shall show you the things that I found. Not too much vintage this time. It was a little bit lacking on the jewellery front. Picked up a few other bits. Did pick up a few bits of clothing, which I've listed on eBay. That's already listed, so what I'll do is I'll insert a photograph of each of the items so you can see what type of things that I picked up. Mostly women's clothing. I like to pick up certain brands like White Stuff, White Company, Fat Face, any kind of designer brands, that kind of thing. So yeah, so I shall start with some of the other bits and bobs that I picked up first, and then I'll move on to the jewellery. So one of the things that I got was this little dish, which I shall show you. Nice little bit of pottery ware there. So it's a nice little trinket dish. You could put your rings in there, your earrings. You could have it at the side of the bed. You could have it in the bathroom. It could be a soap dish. So lots of different uses for that one. It's a beautiful leaf design with a flower. And this one is Carlton ware, hand painted, made in England, trademark registered Australian design. Interesting. So yeah, and that was the mighty sum of 50p, which is my favourite price. Love 50p. So yeah, so I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that, because dishes like this are really good for photographing jewellery. So sometimes I'll take something like this and lay the necklace over it, or put the item inside and take a nice photograph using the dish. So I might do that. I might use it as one of my props. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I thought that was really sweet. I then picked up some scarves. So this one is, might be quite hard to show this on camera. Absolutely beautiful. It's a hand painted batik style silk scarf. And I think it's, yeah, it's a floral design. Nice long rectangular shaped scarf, and you can see that, actually I turn it that way, you can see that the outline is like a silvery colour, metallic silver, and then they've painted the flower design, beautiful oranges, purples, pinks, and it really caught my eye. It was in a big basket full of other scarves, and they were all 50p, which for a silk scarf, that's an absolute bargain. And this one is got a little tag on, Thornhill Designs, England. So that's all that one says, but yeah, I thought that was really pretty. And then the second of the scarves that I got, I picked this up because I really like the Celtic design on it. So if I hold that up, you can see there all these Celtic knots. And again, this is a really nice long scarf. It has like almost like a velvety feel to it, and it's in a really nice rich blue, in like a royal blue, and then where these sections are, that's kind of like a little bit see-through, a little bit transparent. And I just thought that was beautiful. Amazing condition, no stains, no holes, no marks. And this one is from Past Times, dry clean only. So this one isn't a silk one. Oh no, it is. It's 40% silk and 60% viscose. So yeah, there we go. So I thought someone would make good use of that. Again, 50p, you can't pass up a bargain like that. I also got a third scarf, which I've put to one side because I've actually started picking things up for Christmas already. I know, swear words. But yeah, it's already July, and I like to get ahead when it comes to Christmas. I like to pick things up kind of gradually as it builds up to Christmas, and then it kind of spreads the cost, and it means that I can you know, keep an eye out for things, pick up unusual things that I see, and kind of ferry it all the way into a cupboard, and then it's all there and ready for December. So yeah, I got a nice, it was like a black and white silk, like an animal print scarf, which, yeah, I've put that to one side for someone. I won't say who, because they might watch this and then I'll have spoiled the surprise. But yeah, the scarves were cheap as chips, which was amazing. Cheaper than chips. Chips were expensive. I had to walk down to the seafront, and I was thought, I might get a bag of chips or maybe a chip butty and eat that by the sea. And then when I saw the price of a chip butty, I was like, nope. I think I'll just go and get myself a sandwich. It was £4.95 for a chip butty. Chips and bread. So yeah, I passed up on that. And went and got myself a sandwich instead, and a drink. I wanted some chocolate cookies as well that were really nice. Right, I'm going to run through some of the jewellery that I picked up. Some of this is modern as well as vintage. The modern things I tend to put on eBay, and then the vintage stuff that goes over on the Etsy store. And these are a pair of earrings. So I'll hold those up. So these were £1.50. They've got a nice unusual design on them, and they're actually quite large as well. So if I put that by my hand, you can kind of see how big those are. And these are made out of leather, which I thought was quite unusual. So it looks like someone has handmade these out of leather, 2 pieces stuck together. So it's got a nice black plain on the back, and then this pattern front. And I think because they're not exactly the same, when I look at them. They're slightly different. The pattern is very, very similar on them, but there is slight differences. So I think someone's hand drawn those and painted them, and then they've given them a bit of a glossy finish. I thought they were quite unusual. They'll be somebody's cup of tea. So yeah, £1.50. What else did we get? I thought this was really nice. I always pick these up when I see them. These old kind of vintage brass bangles. You get some that have got the mother of pearl inlay like this one. Sometimes these are different colours, different sizes. You get very little skinny ones and really big fat chunky ones, but these are really, really good for stacking and wearing with other bangles. Quite boho hippie design. So that was 50p. Again, my favourite price. Just gonna have a look. I think I did pick some. Yes, I did. Go through the bangles first. So this is another brass bangle. Bit more of a chunky design, this one. So it's got some sections that have been cut out, and I think, yeah, I think that's bone and horn potentially. The black feels like it might be horn. It's got like a ridged effect. And then the cream potentially looks like bone, which will be animal bone. It's sometimes used in jewellery designs. It's usually used, people carve it into different shapes and things. So yeah, I thought that was a really nice chunky one. Sometimes I put these in, like I might sell 3 or 4 of them at a time together as a collection. So I don't know whether I'll put that on Etsy or eBay, I'm not sure. Then this one was from Veterans at Ease. That was quite a big charity shop actually, at the top of town. So if I take the label off, this was £1. And this one is nice. You can see that it's got a hinge on it. So this one is a hinged or a clamper style bangle, quite wide. It's got an enamel pattern on there, in kind of like a swirly cream, like a marbled cream and black. And that's on a silver plated metal. It's quite 80s looking, I would say. That was a nice one. This one I might keep because I collect these. So this is kind of a vintage plastic. Hopefully the light will catch, and it looks almost like amber in colour. But this is just plastic. And then it's got like swirls inside. They almost look like ink, like if you've dropped ink into water and it kind of swirls and makes that mottled swirly pattern effect. So I've got quite a few of these in different shapes and sizes. I've got beads, I've got earrings that match as well. Sometimes they call it root beer plastic. I think it is made to kind of look like amber. So yeah, that was 50p, so that'll be going in my collection, I think. You've got to treat yourself, haven't you? When you're doing these things, you've got to treat yourself to a little something. So this is another carved bone. This is a little brooch. You can see there, it's got a flower in the centre and then 3 leaves around it. That was £1.50 from St Oswald's Hospice. Again, just a really sweet little brooch. I've sold these before. You kind of get usually floral designs in these. Someone's hand carved that and put that together, which I thought was really nice. That one will go on Etsy, I think. Right, what else have we got? What else have we got? We have some more bangles. I'm just going to take the plastic wrapper off if I can get it off. There, get that out of the way. So these are more of those stacking bangles, but these ones have got pink inlay in them. So there's kind of 2 skinnier ones and then a slightly thicker one. So I'll be able to mix those and match those with some other stacking bangles that I've got. Make a little set. They were £1. To be fair, most of the jewellery was £1, £1.50, 50p. I don't think I spent, I think the most expensive one I got might have been £2. Right, so we've got some necklaces. I'll go through those next, I think. This one was £1.49. So this was a really nice chunky beaded necklace, a little bit tribal, ethnic kind of design. It's got these are what caught my eye actually. It's got like little Greek coins on the bottom there, like little charms hanging on. And I liked that it had all these different textured beads. So some of these beads have got textures and patterns on them. That's got like a nice floral pattern pressed into the bead. And then they've got these nice brass metal beads in between, all different shapes and sizes. So I think that one will go on eBay. It doesn't have a maker's mark or anything on there, but I just thought it was really good quality, nice and different. Then I got this in the same store. So this was St Oswald's Hospice. There was two of these shops over the road from each other. One had books and wedding wear in, and then the other one had everything else. So this one was £1.50, and it is, let's see if I can get the beads to show up. So it's got little black beads on there, and each one of these, they're like a ceramic bead, and then they've got like a really nice coloured pattern on there. What I'll do, because my camera doesn't focus very well, is I'll do a close-up of all the jewellery and include that. So I'll lay everything out on a tray, and then I'll do a little close-up of everything so you can see everything in detail. But it's on a really nice kind of rope style chain with a spring ring clasp. No maker's mark on that one, but I just thought that was really sweet. £1.50. This one has broken. This I got with some other jewellery. They were having a bit of a sale. So most things were £1 off 50p, but it's it's metallic, and it's got it's constructed so that it can be all bendy and flexible. I don't really know how to describe it. It's almost like a box chain. But all it needs is literally the spring ring there. It's got a little ring on the end which just attaches to that ring, and it's just popped open. So I'll be able to pop that back on, give it a little bit of a clean. I think what I might do is some of these brass items I'm going to pop in some apple cider vinegar. Usually leave it in there for a few hours, and that gets all the grime off. And you'd be amazed to see kind of the colours that come up after it's had a good soak. I also picked up these beads. I know plastic beads are not very valuable, however they can be really attractive, and you get them all different colours and shapes and sizes. This was a nice long necklace, so a flapper style necklace. And I like these necklaces because you can wear them long, you can double them up, you can put a knot in them, wear them like that. There's lots of different ways these can be worn, and these have got, they're lovely. They're like a pressed plastic, but they've got like a marbled effect. So there's pinks, purples, oranges, yellows, creams in there. Really, really pretty. Beautiful colours. That was £1. What else have we got? Oh, this was the most expensive one. This was £1.99. This was from Veterans at Ease. Now this doesn't have a maker's mark on it or anything, but I just thought it was a really nice statement piece. So I'm going to try and hold it up so that you can see the pattern. There we go. So the beads are kind of a mint green turquoisey colour, and it's got like a brass coloured chain connecting everything. I just thought that was really bold, and that would look really nice if you had like a strapless or a boob tube type dress on. That would look really nice, or it'd look lovely over white, because that would really make the beads stand out. So yeah, I think that one will go on the eBay store. Nice statement piece. Get to some of the smaller items. So in one of the charity shops there was like a glass cabinet with all the special things in, and they had a dish with brooches in, and all of their brooches were 50p each. So I was straight in there, and these are the brooches that I picked up. So I got that one, which is a gold leaf. And I believe these are handmade, and people make them with real leaves. So they use the leaves and then they coat them. I don't know how they do it, but I've seen these in copper as well. And they're lovely. Really, really well done. And these sell quite well as well. So what I tend to do is pick up maybe like 3 or 4 of them and put them in a little cluster and sell them that way. So that was that one. And then this has got a bit of wear to it, but I liked the enamel design on this. This is a cloisonne scarf clip with a blue flower design, and it's got green leaves on. So some of the gold has rubbed away, but it's rubbed away everywhere, so it kind of looks uniform. It doesn't matter. There's a little bit of gold on the back. It's got like a loop fastening, so that's a scarf clip. But you wouldn't have to wear it on a scarf. You could actually clip it onto anything really, wear it like a brooch. So that's that one. And then there was this one, is another scarf clip, but this has got like a little, I think it's glass, little glass floral cabochon in the centre of a rose. Thought that was really pretty. Quite autumnal colours. For 50p, you can't go wrong. Now this one, just fasten the pin so I don't stab myself. This one's got a maker's name on it, which I'll try and see if I can work that out. But that's like a little floral spray in gold, gold plated. The gold plating has got a tiny, tiny bit of damage here. There's a little bit where it's chipped off. But I think I mentioned in one of my other videos, I have some touch-up pens, some acrylic pens, so I can just colour that in. If the colour matches, you won't be able to tell that it's been repaired. It'd be a shame not for it to be, you know, used again, just because it's got that little bit missing there. And it does have a maker's mark on the back. Begins with an E, but I can't quite make out what that says. I'll have to get my little loop and have a look. But yeah, not bad for 50p. And this is the last of the brooches. And I picked this up because it's a little bit different. It is quite big as well. So it's another flower design, but it's more of a 3D effect. So you can see here that this is like a cluster of beads. So these are glass beads. There's some little brown ones, some white milk glass ones. There's a bit of tarnish on here, so it does need a bit of a clean. It's a little bit acky. It's got something spilt on it there as well. But what I'll probably do with this is I'll do a before and after video. So I'll do a close of what it looks like now before it's had a clean. And I'll give it a nice clean up and you'll be able to see what it looks like afterwards. But it's a really nice light gold tone plated metal with some enamel detail on there as well. It should look really nice actually after a clean. And this is a Florenza. So it's got a little signature on the back there. So I shall have to look that up, see if I can find out a bit more information. And then these are the last 2 pieces that I got. Some free fluff. So I got this pair of clip-on earrings. These were £1. I thought these were beautiful. They're just like little clusters of leaves, almost like fern leaves, and then there's someone's hand painted them with a cold enamel in yellow. So they're a really pale gold, and then they've got a really pale yellow in the centre. I thought they were really sweet. Ideal for summer or even autumn. And these are clip-ons, clip-on earrings. And I believe these are jewel craft. There's a little signature box there, but the plating's run over the panel, so you can't quite see. You can just see the start of the J. I pick up quite a lot of jewel craft, so I tend to know what that looks like. So they weren't bad for £1. And then finally, I picked up this adjustable ring. So this has a stone in the centre, and I'm not sure what it is. It's definitely natural. You can tell there by the markings on it. And it's brown with kind of a oh, I don't know, like a striped pattern through it. You might have to do a Google lens on that and see what I can find out. And then it's got silver, but it won't be 925, it's probably be about 800, so a lesser quality silver, but it should still polish up nice. And it's adjustable, so you can pinch that open, make it a little bit bigger if needs be, or just pinch it together to make it a little bit smaller. Looks quite nice, quite let's see if I can get on my finger, like a nice statement ring. I've got another one of these with sod light in the centre, blue and white, and that looks really nice. Just needs a little bit of a clean up, a little bit of a polish, and that was £1 as well. So not too bad, to be fair. I did buy some other bits and pieces. I bought some bits for Christmas, which I've put away. I managed to drop on a few things that were new, so that were just new and unopened, probably unwanted gifts that other people had got, and then they've passed on to the charity shops. So I picked something up there for my sister, something up for Mum. And like I say, I'm just kind of picking things up, putting them in a cupboard to one side, and then I'll sort through everything and see what I've got a little bit closer towards Christmas. And it saves, you know, a lot of money that way, doing it through the charity shops. It means that you can still buy new things, but you're not paying half as much as you would if you're getting them from the shops. So let's have a look how much I spent. So in total, I spent £38.98. That included 6 items of clothing to sell, which I'll put photographs up of those so you can see what they are. I also bought myself 2 items of clothing for me, which was a pair of thick black leggings for the winter, and also a jumper as well. I got myself a really nice Phase 8 pink speckled jumper for the winter. That was £1 from the pound rail. All the clothing was under £1, which is brilliant. I got a piece of Karen Millen. I got a fat face dress, a white stuff top, which I'll show you. But they're already listed, so when I got back, I photographed everything, measured everything, did the descriptions, and got those straight onto eBay. Just because the majority of them are summer wear, so it's best to get those up now and try and get those sold whilst it's the summertime, because as soon as it hits the cooler months, then, you know, that kind of stuff won't sell as well. Yeah, so I don't think I did bad, really. I kind of came away with about 3 big bags full of stuff, which was brilliant. And I had a really nice time. I was a little bit tireder than I thought I was going to be. I kind of forgot how much walking around it was, so I got quite fatigued towards the end. And when I came out of one of the charity shops, it started raining as well. So I dived into the Wetherspoons pub and just got myself a lemonade and found a corner and just kind of hid out of the rain for half an hour till it passed. And by then I'd done all of the charity shops. There were about 11 charity shops. Should have been 12, but one of them had closed down. So I'd done them all, and then I had about 45 minutes left before the coach was picking us up. So there was 2 of the bigger charity shops that I thought, oh, I'll go and have another look round. One of them had a sale on, so I thought I'd go back and have a look at the clothing and see if there was anything that I could pick up there. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's a really nice way to visit places, do a bit of sourcing, but I don't have to drive, which is brilliant because I don't drive long distances anyway. So yeah, no driving, no having to worry about traffic or anything like that. Lovely comfortable coach, brilliant driver, got a good 5 hours there, which is brilliant. And yeah, you can't go wrong. It was fantastic. So I'm going to have a look to see what other trips I can fit in this summer. I would like to do Morecambe and Lancaster, because they do that as 2 places in one day. So they do a morning drop off, pick back up, and then do another drop off in the afternoon. So I'm just going to see what day that falls on, and I'll probably book in on that one as well. But for £20 you can't go wrong. It's like a whole day out for £20, which is brilliant. Okay. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you like this kind of thing, shopping hauls, vintage jewellery, vintage items, give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe, and I shall see you on the next one.